won the Berlin Major, you ban Deepak's Echo. That is what Brava is to Foxy and OXG. I truly think it actually impacts them when you ban this operator out. So I just want to preface that and say, do it again.
OXG is saying no more Lion. Is it an immediate Brava ban?
Not immediate.
No, certainly not. Actually taking their sweet time.
The Lion ban, to be honest,
Mr. B is gone. Oh god, there's nobody
oh
driving.
No.
Who's driving the boat?
Oh, they don't know. Where is he?
Oh no. Did that?
Ah, there it is.
I am genuinely... they might be stalling so he can get back in time. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. I'm not sure.
It very well might be a stall scenario here.
They already have it locked in. It's just that they want to burn as much time as possible because you do have 15 seconds in operator.
Yep.
So that's 30 extra seconds. I mean, the team is laughing. I don't think there's any potential concern about reban. So exactly the same as what they banned on Villa.
Yeah, and I mean also, when it comes to operator bans and whatnot, these are most commonly already pre-phased, you know, when you do the map veto like an hour or two ago. So there it is, he's returned, just in time. So the team knows going into this what they're going to be banning, of course. If OXG bans the line and that's not expected from them, you can then rediscuss if you want to change your approach. But things will stay the same from one side, that is Beast Coast, for OXG. They will change things up. A line and a Kite ban here in Chalet, obviously tailored to the map, more so than the matchup. Kite grid and the basement bombs. Frankly, I think Kite is great for every bombs in this map. It's a phenomenal operator. And sure, if Thatcher's open, but you don't have to bring that operator on attack every single round. It doesn't give you that much value. It's just one operator that you pick just to counter Kite is not really worth it.
Yeah, I think it's a good way of putting it. All right, very first bomb site. We'll get things underway. As you see on the top of your screen, the blue diamond means that Beast Coast are in the driver's seat. They're up one map over top of OXG, only dropping a single round to Oxygen on Villa. Very nearly a perfect.
Starting on attack, by the way. I think that's important to note.
Correct. That is on attack on Villa.
Yeah, it is such a rarity to go up 6-0 on attack. That pretty much doesn't happen.
10 seconds remaining.
Kitchen being the very first bomb site on Chalet. You go, you look at how these maps are played. We criticized the stats for Villa solely because, well, we didn't really have a ton.
Yeah, Sambo's is very small.
But with those last two plays, Villa's actually jumped over Chalet. There aren't that many maps being played, to be fair, in Stage 1. Before we get underway with this map, Chalet has only been played 3 times. 32 rounds, so almost 11 rounds each time. That's a pretty decent length.
Okay.
A sweater? Hello?
He must have gone for a spawn peek.
What happened to Hat? Somebody wrapped his cam in saran wrap. They're spider webs.
Oh boy. He's gotta clean it up.
Down goes Sweater. Not the start that OXG wanted. You'd think that in the 10 minutes or so between these maps that a mental reset would come in.
Yeah.
Maybe it has, but
it's not the right start for them. I mean, if I'm OXG, I'm doing push-ups and going for a 2-minute sprint around the block because you gotta just get it out there, the frustration that is. Yeah, it seems like Sweater just died inside a library, but he must have gotten swung because he's in the middle of the room when he died. That nade, I mean, is that Vert? Yeah, Vert's got heat-seeking nades from below. Same as Villa.
Foxy on Solus, so running the 2 newest operators. He likes Brava on attack, won't be able to play her, she's banned. There's an air jab outside. Now it's Newer's taking damage over by Trophy.
Oh
Another logic bomb goes off. OXG just under fire. Foxy spotted Hat, his second pick.
This doesn't look fair, honestly.
It really doesn't.
Like, they are on the bomb site, but they are so scared because they're taking damage from the windows, the verticality, the nades, like the rotations, the air jabs are there. Nowhere is safe.
From the windows, but not to the walls. Not damage from the walls. Not yet.
It's coming, though. There's still so much time left, and Beast Coast, they know this. They don't gotta speed up. In fact, they can slow things down, secure these things, you know, they go according to plan. And you see it here, playing very far back.
Yaga, a single bullet will kill him. Newers, a single bullet will kill him. Now you've lost Newers, now you've lost Dream. It's Yaga in a 1v5. And oh, he gets the down. Okay, that was a bit clunky. How demoralizing for OXG had it been a flawless loss. Beast Coast sacrificing Hat.
This is basically a flawless loss, Parker.
Yeah. I mean, that was just a jump down at that point. Nades going out.
Hackers activating
It's
diffuser.
denying retakes for OXG's only member of Yaga. I mean, why not? Might as well try for something fun. Beast Coast continuing where they left off. They have looked mighty fine. First round of Chalet is no exception. They only lose one player in the process.
Yeah, they are playing it very cool and calm, but they still keep up that pressure. And I think that's the big thing is OXG, they're like, whenever I watch them play, I always feel like they're like the bully of NAL because they play that kind of bully play style. They will punch you one time and then kind of walk away and punch you a second time. And if you allow them to do that to you, you will be so annoyed, frustrated, and eventually you'll lose the match. Beast Coast, they're not allowing themselves to be bullied whatsoever. They are bullying the bully. They're not giving OXG any breathing room. They don't feel comfortable on the bomb side, let alone on the roam. That was how it happened on Villa. And now it's the same thing that happened in the first round of Chalet. Sure, OXG, they got a singular kill. That was Yogg. But that was basically a flawless round. I mean, bomb is going down, opening kill into Beast Coast in 20 seconds, full map control after a minute after that, and then a guaranteed plant. And now things are shaping up differently, because Beast Coast, they have for the first time gone with a pocket strat operator that is going to be the Monty in this round. So Monty on Chalet, very, very low pick rate. Monty's success on Chalet, probably even lower. There's not many bomb sets where it makes a lot of sense to bring the Monty due to verticality and how to get to the building. Maybe a basement attack, sure. This is another back-to-back kitchen. So the Monty is most likely going to be either for a roam clear, because I don't know how else they're going to get inside the building. Has the smoke grenades, so Dog is on thermite duty instead. Yep, and there we go. Jones are going to go out to the library side and Bauer Gaming. And Mr. B will just walk on in. Find Foxy, maybe isolate him, or just go upstairs.
It's a logic bomb yet again used to good effect in round number 1. Mr. B marching up top, clearing with the Monty. He's a drone with him as well. They've spotted one at the double doors. That's Sweater as well, backing them up just by library stairs. So a crossfire that the Monty needs to be made aware of. Very challenging to deal with the Monty head on. Foxy might be called to action as Sweater takes some damage on those stairs. Vert's got him under watch. Down goes Sweater, it's to Hat, but Foxy swings and Vert's not prepared for that. So the predicament Beast Coast wants to find themselves in, and Vert needs to be better in those types of engagements. Allows Foxy to sit inside of main lobby and continue to roam. Cams are in the possession of Beast Coast. And there's Foxy getting so much value. He knows that there's one on library stairs. Creeping up. Hat's ready for it, and there you go. Hat is just looking unstoppable. I think 2 bullets would have sufficed, but why not 10? Just a bit of disrespect.
And this Monty just, again, it's kind of like a cheat code because it just completely makes Beast Coast able to walk through the setup, all the utility, the camera, the shield, the roam game. It's pretty much nullified immediately, and there's like a minute to work with. Now, mind you, the site is downstairs in kitchen, so the time is not the quickest of paces, but the Monty, again, he could just walk in dining door and start planning in 20 seconds if he wanted to. And the guy with the one...
Oh!
Wait, that got him?
That was a hell of a
way.
throw. Newers taken down. Could another nade follow up? Is there a second one? No. No second nade.
Jesus. It wasn't Vert this time. It was Hyper, but still.
I'm not a luck guy, but it just seems like OXG are getting pretty unlucky.
I mean,
a lot of these engagements. And I don't want to take that away from Beast Coast because I think they've been pretty good. Damage done to Monty now. Mr. B. Dream will lose the wall next to him.
Yeah, now they can just plant. So Monty gives you.
I mean, look at this. Yaga could be huge, but no Hyper's prepared for it. Beast Coast know where OXG is every step of the way. Mr. B with the diffuser almost down, but he dies at the last second.
Oh.
Hold on a second. This is now winnable. OXG could make something work. Doc has been downed as well. Suddenly it's all up to Dream, and they have 3 seconds to find him, and they do! Guess who? He pulls a rad out of a hat. Again!
Again and again. And
It looks like cellophane.
Oh my, and yeah, I mean, so I'm not entirely sure how Monty died. I guess a wide swing from a kitchen door because there's no vert above them, but either way, yeah, you are correct, Parker. It feels like Beast Coast just have the UAV activated. They don't even have drones on some of these players, and their nades are flying through the map, injuring people. And then when they get back up on their feet, the line is being held. The second they step just an inch too far forward, guess what? They get shut down immediately. Like, if you're OXG at this point, you might as well play Clash, because at least you'll be safe, hopefully, partially, potentially. Because right now, if you're walking with a gun in your hands, you're just falling apart. A nade from outside the building, going through big, like double master bedroom window into the solarium, rotate, injures somebody in solarium. And it's like unheard of. And it was without any information. It was like blind nade. Beast Ghost. They liked that previous round, despite the plant not going down. They're gonna do it one more time. Monty
Attackers are heading out.
being brought to the table again, and there's no real answer from OXG. There's no smoke, there's no yokai, there's a single impact grenade and a single C4, and that is it. So it's honestly, this is either OXG not respecting the possibility of a Monty, or simply not expecting it whatsoever. Either way, Beast goes, they got their relatively easy for them on that department. Of course, you gotta get in the building, get the kills, get the injuries, but with Hat being 6-1, that too is all just working very, very well.
What isn't going their way right now?
I mean, everything's going their way.
Whew.
Curious where the Monty will interform. It's fireplace double door again. Just walk up the staircase, I guess. Might as well.
Do the exact same thing.
And Vert's in the boom site.
Sorry, Vert's okay, and the hatch is closed. Vert is in. Fox A taking damage. There's logic bombs again. Fox A in trouble. Vert kills Dream.
Now side's clear.
This is almost rhythmic. If Vert had the diffuser, that's it. And I'm sure he must be calling to Mr. B, get your ass down here. Get the diffuser in the site.
He's coming.
As long as you've got that attention, though. He's be wary of getting picked from above. Hyper on the upside down rappel, hops in. Frost mats cannot be contained.
Yeah, I
Shot
mean,
out. Mr. B getting the diffuser down, but hold on a second here. OXG might have a read on this one. Mr. B balls out, pulls out the pistol instead. There's Doc to B-head Newers. Yaga and Sweater, and they see one behind them. Sweater looking for his first kill, trying to get it, but look at this. He's agitated. Can't do a thing. Diffuser going down yet again. Yaga only a kill, now two. Looking behind the bar for a third. Back bar, no, lets the diffuser go down, but he's revealed himself inside a main lobby. Hyper's there on rappel. 3-0 Beast Coast. Oh my.
That is, again, this is a scenario where one team is simply just better. The fact that Beast Coast, they picked the Monty twice in a row, and this time, because, so in the first round, Monty was the entire strategy. OXG, they recognized this. So when Mr. B walks up the fireplace stairs in the second round, they're all like, Monty's here, let's try and kill him, Monty's here. What happens? Vert walks into the bomb site, and he's like, hatch is closed, nobody's here. If you just hold fireplace and library hatch, you can come and plant. So it's again, Beast Coast just understanding the strategical depth of Siege. Not just a little bit better, but way better in this matchup. They don't even need to win their gunfights as a primary source of win condition. They can just outbrain OXG seemingly in these rounds. Now basement bomb site will be next. It was kitchen, bar, into that basement bomb site. And of course, we all know basement bomb sites on all maps, they play a little bit differently. You don't have as much verticality, it's riskier to roam because it's hard to get back to the bomb site, and all of a sudden you're playing with either the entirety of the map spread very thin, or you go for a turtle strat, where you go into your shell and you just bunker on the bomb site where everyone is very close to one another. Capcan Traps are going out for the roam, and we know from the previous map of Villa that the Capcan Traps, they were the MVP to shut down Beast Coast's entry. But that's not how you want to go about it, because if the Capcan Traps are the top floor and they're attacking the basement, they're not gonna matter. And Beast Coast, they've gotten the thermite picked up, they got the zero, so they can lock down this map information and just force these walls open in an instant because there's no wall deny being brought from OXG.
Dream did bring an impact and just tried to deny it with the impact through the drone hole. It did not work out. So it looked like most of that strategy just hinged on, hey, we'll destroy whatever they throw on the wall.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
No. And that's the thing, if you bring the ace, you can guaranteed impact trick it every single time. The strength of thermite is that when you get that exothermic charge down, if there's no Mute, Bandit, or Kaid, there's pretty much no way to get rid of it.
I mean, hey, look at that. OXG desperately needing first pick. They're going to get it in that 4th round. They're going to need a lot more than that.
Seems
Yaga
like,
and Foxy are the only players on the team with kills. They combined for 4 kills.
3 rounds. Counting.
Oh, Doc taking out Yaga. Only 1 kill remaining for all 4 players on OXG. Newers 0-3, Sweater 0-3, Dream 0-3.
Yeah. They get the early breach opened up. Now they're trying to try and get some of that roam presence, try and clear out the map, get the SAM cams placed in position. That means Hack can be on complete drone and flank cover duty. It's going to be a backside attack focus here from Beast Coast, seemingly so. And because they have both the hybrid canister on Hyper and they got one more exothermic charge in pocket of Mr. B, they can open up both the pipes wall and the single wall from that main garage breach. They can get all the things they want. The only thing is, they have no smoke grenades. They have 2 grenades, 3 flashbangs as piece of utility, whereas the side of OXG, they have a single deployable shield to help them. It's going to be a pillar, that stable position.
Secondary hard breach going off, and then an exothermic as well. Well synchronized, though. The thermite charge just a little bit slow. Keep a barrier immediately plugging that opening created by Wine, but you can melee right through that as a toxic gas lingers by the Wine wall. Mr. B wanted to get in and go for a quick plant, but could not do so. There goes the flank to the Argus camp.
No ADSs.
Oh. And it works. On to Foxay, down he goes, but hold on a second. Newers eliminating Doc, now it's Mr. B taking damage. Trapped inside a blue, trapped inside a connector. Foxay's downed. Unretrievable at this point. Focus from OXG needs to be to pick up kills. East Coast. Maybe they do go for Foxay. Newers, though, peeking the breach. Dream gives his position and blew away, and that information is going to be godly. As now the plant goes down and Foxay can give the call. Dream repositioning. Vert sees him, a sloppy gunfight. Dream manages to escape. Vert allows him to go, but the diffuser is still down. Dream hops on it. Can Vert get him in time? Yes, he can. That was a desperate attempt from OXG.
Yeah.
4 rounds in a row from Beast Coast. They've won the first half.
And honestly, if Beast Coast had a little bit more information that round, I don't think they recognized that they actually injured the smoke player. I don't know who that was playing, sorry. I don't think they recognized that they injured the smoke player. And if they had, they could have planned it way early in the round. That grenade, it cleared the shield, injured the smoke, and just made things way easier for them. I will say though, OXG, great read on hyper flank and fireplace there. So when he took out the default cam with the SAM cam like 20 seconds early in the round, they recognized the flank was coming. But while that's happening, the backside execute, the main focus also occurred and they succeeded there. OXG, they will burn the timeout after being down 0-4.
Well.
Yeah.
This is OXG's map.
Yes.
Which is the most troubling spot.
Yeah.
This was the first map, and it was Beast Coast's map. Okay.
Yeah, and that went the same way. I mean, that was a 6-0 lead, so.
Last 3 games, last 3 maps I should expand upon. For OXG was that 2-7 against Sonics, the 0-7 against SSG, and now a 1-7 against Beast Coast. And they are currently 0-4 against Beast Coast yet again. What is going on with that Oxygen squad? What on earth is in the water over there? We know that on paper they're a better team than this, but they look, at this current moment, over the last 4 maps that they've played, OXG looks like the worst team in the North America League.
It's down there. It's harsh words to say and to hear, to be honest, but you're not wrong. It has been just, again, this last 4 maps that they've played have not been what we expect of them, what we've seen from them before. And the thing is, from our point of view, just observing the games, it doesn't seem like anything's really all that different. They're just outright losing. And it's not like OXG, they're running to the building and they're not droning and they're down to people hiding in corners and all these things. No, it's small mistakes with massive punishment. And also, in a lot of ways, OXG failing to capitalize on the mistakes of the enemy. Because it's not like Beast Coast are playing a literal definition of flawless, perfect siege. I mean, we saw it on the kitchen attack. Bomb doesn't go down, there's 5 seconds left on the clock, but then Hat just finds like 2 or 3 kills back to back to back in quick succession, and then OXG lose the round regardless. The clutch factor for OXG definitely isn't there. Individually as well, I mean, the scoreboard kind of shows it. No one is really doing a whole lot of work either in that department. It's gonna be a lot of bar defense. Hyper, Beast Coast, got the capital, can lock down the corner, but again, Hat Did he jump in the window? Okay, he jumped in the window.
Okay, well,
A bit exciting.
Okay. Hard way to lose the best player in this lobby so far through these 2 games. And again, Hat came in as the highest rated player on Beast Coast. And at the time, I believe, the highest rated player of anybody in this lobby. It really has been remarkable to see how he's come into his own over the last couple maps, because he was, for people that don't watch Tier 2, he was an unknown to so many people. They knew Doc from Parabellum. You know Hyper and Vert from their teams.
Oh, she's shooting back.
They're finally getting something going.
And I have to again applaud them. Like, they're still taking swings and, you know, taking these gunfights. So while they might not be as confident as they used to be, they're still fighting in it. They're not just getting choked out slowly. And they're in a great position this round to take it. 5-3.
That, it should not have happened. And this is now a very frustrating round. Oh, hold on. Nice shots from both Doc and Mr. B, but now it's just all Mr. B with diffuser in hand. I don't think he takes a timeout here. You do not want OXG to continue speaking. Okay. Leading IRL, by the way.
Just got a single off flash bang to allow him to get into the building.
1 minute to go. Still winnable for Mr. B. On a team like this, he has not needed to be the standout performer. Vertical and Hyper are having extraordinarily good games in comparison to where Beast Coast has been. Doc as well has really shown up, and Hat's been as consistent as ever. Mr. B can take a back seat.
And I think you're all right. You don't want to take a timeout here. You want to keep applying pressure, make the rounds go, have OXG think about the current, present moment, not the future rounds to come.
Well, I mean, they do just that, but there's 2 sets of eyes watching. I mean, technically it was Foxy and Dream left, so actually there was 8 sets of eyes. I also wear glasses. I'm not making fun of people who wear glasses, but just in case anybody's curious and is about to get very upset with me. Either way.
You also
OXG
never wear glasses, by the way. You really don't.
I was wearing glasses on broadcast last week.
I thought you told me that those were just for looks.
no
Prescription in them?
Yes.
So can you just not, like, you, okay, but you almost never, can you just not see every day then?
I have an astigmatism, which means that my one eye doesn't perform well.
Yeah.
My left eye has perfect vision.
Okay.
So there are days where I don't need to wear glasses. And some days when I wear glasses, it's because I have a headache or I'm having vision problems. I don't know.
Okay. That's fair. I thought they were purely a fashion statement.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Would you wear glasses as a fashion statement if you didn't have?
No, I'm not a dork.
So now all people who wear glasses are dorks?
I never said that. I said I'm not a dork.
Okay. Fair, fair.
I think if I were to wear glasses as a fashion statement, that would make me a dork. Does that make other people a dork? That's for a jury to decide.
10 seconds left.
Sure.
Either way. That round from OXG. They did get a bit of a leg up from some sloppiness from Beast Coast, starting with Hat just vaulting in the window into the middle of the bomb site.
But you gotta give it to them, right? If you're up so dominantly at map number 1 and then map number 2, and honestly, just doing unexpected things, maybe catching OXG off guard sometimes, sure. Other times you get punished instead. They have so much wiggle room to take those risks, and to be honest, I think the big thing to keep track of is as long as Beast Coast don't continue making these high-risk plays because they don't need to, it's fine. But once in a while, full send.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I think the bigger issue just becomes if you get a little bit too cute. Something I say time and time again.
Yeah.
If you get a bit too cute and you take too many gambles, you can end up losing your momentum and frustrating yourself, and then somebody gets mad, and then your mental's gone, and now you're playing poorly, and suddenly your 4-0 that you were up, which Beast Coast was at, is now not that meaningful. Especially if Chalet is heavily favored for the attackers.
Yeah.
You want to run up the score. If you're Beast Coast, you want to 6-0 them again. Because then all you need to do is win a single round on your half. Oh, Yaga, how does he survive that? A litany of nades tossed on in. Vertical's looking the wrong way. Yaga surviving.
Yeah, barely. He's still sticking around though, so again, kudos for fighting it out. I mean, he's gonna play for his life in this position. Knows he's kind of stuck because that office double window being open. He's gonna vault on over, and he gets, nope, he's dead.
He's picked off, but at least there's a trade. Sweater has his teammates back. Yaga was living with 1 foot in the grave at that point, so it was only a matter of time until the rest of them hopped on in, or in this case, fell in. Sweater there to have his teammates back, that's good. And Sweater's very first kill as well. Everybody from OXG is now on the board. That is an accomplishment, and it's something that they desperately needed. If you recall, at the start of round number 4, 3 players on OXG had 0 kills. Oh. Star performer from Beast Coast. Getting softened up. Hat taking some damage. Still has one logic bomb in his back pocket. On Library Stairs, Foxay avenging himself from all of the battles that Vertical has won over the series of this matchup. Puts Beast Coast in a position that they're not that familiar with so far today. And that's a disadvantage in terms of numbers. How do they course correct without a Sledge and an Ash? Well, they're very close to the bomb site. So you can just take these engagements, but they don't really have info. And Dream pops up Slaughter's hat from his position inside a bathroom. Mr. B's made some impressive shots over the last round and a half. He has to keep going because the numbers right now favor OXG with just a little under 30 seconds to go. Down goes Doc, and Mr. B is in a 1vx yet again. Newers, the one in Mr. B's line of sight, walking in, sees the goo mine, and goes for the plant. This is an interesting take. Foxay could get down below, but instead, he's gonna give information. And with only 5 seconds left, Mr. B's not gonna be able to get them all. He'll go for the plant, and he's as good as dead. Tower, I was gonna say Sweater gets the kill, but Foxay from below tosses up the impact. 2 in a row from OXG after their timeout. They salvage that first half as best they can.
Yeah, and it's again, now OXG are actually capitalizing on small mistakes in Beast Coast. Foxay sticking on the blue stairs, not being thrown down, just says, you know what, I'm going to try and trade 1 for 1. He actually gets a kill and gets away, which again applies that vertical pressure that Beast Coast, they cannot plant for free because it's Solid's roaming. That's such a big issue for the attack inside to deal with time and time again. So as long as Foxay's alive, they always have a way back into these rounds if they can burn down that clock, and that's what Yawk did. Sure, Yawk got naded very early in the round down to 10 HP, but he still wasted or bought for his team 50 seconds on the clock, and then he died, and that makes a big difference in that moment. It allows Foxay to be enabled. Now the sideswap comes around. A 4-2 scoreline, not the end of the world. This could, as you said, Parker, just be an attacker-favorite chalet. It really comes down to execution, and of course the defensive setup. No out-of-the-ordinary operators being brought to the table just yet. I will say, though, this is the second or third Mousy that we've seen today, counting both matchups, and Mousy's pick rate is pretty far down there.
Yep.
But kind of slowly creeping up.
Attacker's objective is to
A mixture of nerfs to his weapons has just kind of removed him from the meta, if you will.
Yeah, if you look at the top 20 most played defenders, Mozzie's not present.
There. No.
Mozzie is not present. He's below Bandit, he's below Alibi, he's below Rooney, he's below Maestro, he's below Castle.
He's below Maestro even. Wow.
He's below Maestro.
That's pretty rough then.
Drone up and running.
Yep. And he was played between Sonic and MAD as well for a single round, if I can remember correctly.
1 or 2?
Yeah, one
or two, I believe.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, first half in the books, very dominant for Beast Coast, getting objective played down. But OXG did get first blood in the final 3 rounds. So kudos to them for that, even if some of them were trades. Vertical's getting exceedingly aggressive, and it works out. Gets the drop on the Sweater. That is a brazen play. I know that you don't usually expect it, but good lord.
Yeah. And that's going to make it so hard to attack this. I mean, you can now fall back and take that mad advantage. I think his C4 is still prepped, big window in library as well from Hyper. So that, single window.
Nitro Cell and then Mr. B's sidearm doing the work needed. The first round of all of these halves been so good for Beast Coast. They put Yawk in an unwinnable position, had the final 2 kills, flawless start to the second half for Beast Coast.
And I just want to say that it was going so well for OXG, and then it wasn't. I mean, that is absurd way to start the defensive side. That's kitchen, just like that. But all the action happened across the map inside of library and bar gaming. A mixture of good information, utility, and of course, gunplay simply just wins Beast Coast that round. OXG, they're going to need something, I think, out of the ordinary to win these rounds, honestly, in attack. I don't think going for a default attack is going to get them very far, personally. And I think that's the benefit of a team like Beast Coast. They're willing to play Ying, they're willing to play the Monty, Capitao, etc. And they kind of change things up. OXG, they do like the Osa on occasion, the Brava, as we see, which has now been banned both in map number 1 and map number 2 by Beast Coast. But I wouldn't say that they have the most amount of depth in their operator flexibility pool. I'm happy to see Foxy willing to try out these operators. For example, now hovering the capital because it's the Power Gaming bomb set makes library a lot easier. Same with Sweater, happily playing the Flores. When Asami is not banned, the only easy answer to countering her when she's in play is the Flores. You have 5 Kiba barriers, you have 4 Retaro drones. It kind of evens things out.
Caught yourself there, didn't you?
I tried really hard, yeah.
See, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get so accustomed to saying Intero as a joke that that's just going to become like your main way of talking about it now. You're just going to always be like, oh, damn, is it Intero?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm doubting myself when I have to think about it.
Yep. You've doomed yourself, my friend.
I have.
You've doomed yourself.
Thing is, Flores' pick rate, thankfully, isn't that high, so like, I might forget about it eventually. And again, Mr. B will keep applying pressure to the wound, but in a negative way, in the sense that he takes out another member of OXG.
Who did he take out?
He took out Foxy, the Capital.
What is notable about the Capital?
Well, he is like the primary suspect to get down Hyper here. The primary hero,
And
rather.
he's the only one with smokes on the team.
Oh, yeah,
So,
true.
if you want to go for a plant, you've got all these flashbangs, you've got nades, if you were worried about clearing out the OMI discs, if you were worried about clearing out ADSs, well,
Yeah, if you're gonna clear out Hyper with the fire, can't do that either.
That's
No nades left.
Hyper is tucked into the very common spot that we see in Library, just in the corner. He's able to evade nades, and there's going to be more and more magnets
Yeah, I mean-
thrown over in that way. There's only flashbangs left at this point. Both nades from Newers have gone out. There's been damage done to Mr. B and Hyper, but nothing fatal.
I don't think they can clear him. I mean, and I think that's why they're rotating. Dream is holding him stuck, arguably, and they're gonna rotate to Master Bedroom office side instead, but half the round is gone. They've spent almost all their utility, and Dream has diffuser across the map. It's not a good look for OXG, and it's all because Foxy died early in the round.
There's another flashbang gone. Almost all the throwables on OXG's side are out of play, except for Yaga, who holds on all 3 of them, and 1 logic bomb remaining. I wonder what they want to do with this Maverick here. That's the question. Where's the Maverick intending to go at this point?
I mean, it's still library balcony for now. I think the plan is over. I think you gotta freestyle this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 3 members in Ivy Hallway. Just go for it, full send.
Well, Dream hops on in, gets hit by a Frost Mat, taken out by Hyper. There goes the Logic Bomb. Newer's taking some damage. Hat, the first one to fall for Beast Coast. 35 seconds left. Nice shot from Sweater, but he's lost Yaga right next to him. Newer's on 1 point of HP when Yaga's brought back to life. He'll be low as well. Back up thanks to Sweater. The remainder of Newer's found out. OXG trailing. Beast Coast far enough back, but Yaga's sidearm, too good for vertical. Upstairs control, this is very precarious. OXG will need to drop, and where do you think Beast Coast is looking? Right on those hatches. 10 seconds to go, it's all gonna come down to Sweater. Repositioning, there's Yaga to drop inside of main lobby. Banshee gives away the position to Sweater. Yaga's in, 2 kills in 2 seconds. Can he get it done? Can he even find a single player? No, he can't. 6 net rounds for Beast Coast. And they're now on series point.
Yeah, I mean, OXG, they're doing better than on Villa, but still, this is so far from an even series. And sure, very good effort in that previous round. Despite losing an early member, despite the strat falling apart, they lost the Capital. They actually got it all the way down to a 2 versus 2. Very well done for them, but again, it's not enough. When there is like a small difference in terms of who can win the round, like it's a very small thing, they always come out behind. Every single time it's a 1v1 or a 2v2 or, 5 seconds left, it's always Beast Coast win the round. Time and time again. Basement could be the final defense. We see both a Bandit and a Goyo and a Castle being picked up for this. Castle probably gonna go for a roam play up above. Could be a dining setup perhaps. Trying to extend up and get some map control. Where is the castle? I'm looking for him. I didn't see there. Okay, he's setting down a camera. He's on a trophy. So yeah, the castle's gonna set up most of his barricades up above, I can imagine. Bathroom window.
5 seconds left.
Okay. Are they gonna hold
Attackers
part of
are heading
top
out to
floor
defuse
with
a
this? I mean, surely that's where the castle barricades are going, but like, there's no one there but the castle. This could be, okay. This could be Hat just roaming top floor, has secondary shotgun, can stop him from going trophy and kitchen, can deny the dining hatch, and he just wastes so much time. It's kind of like when TSM on Clubhouse, they played 1 members out of strip against Empire. It just wastes so much time. And Hat can just thrive here. He has the secondary sidearm of his shotgun. So much value can be had.
If there's anybody who's earned this level of agency today, it's definitely Hat.
It certainly is. Hyper is on the second room in blue stairs to kind of help him with at least one part of the map. Very different approach to Chalet basement defense, but honestly, I like this. And again, you see it. Now actually they know there's a guy top floor. Do they care about him? Do they ignore him? If they ignore him, it's an issue late in the round. If they go for him, it's gonna take so much time and resources. Hard decision to make on the fly.
3 rounds so far for OXG through this series. Hard to say you're not disappointed by what you've witnessed from OXG. They've still got some life in them. Talked about the agency that Hat had. Well, he's no more.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm gonna blame his teammates. Nobody watched the Solarium default cam. So like, you gotta help the man out a little bit.
Sweater's allowed to walk right in. Now Newers does the same thing. Down goes Mr. B. They're keeping this competitive, that's for sure. They can just hold on their position for now.
Yeah, the thing about Beast Coast right now is that they pretty much can't be doing this. They gotta do the opposite. They gotta get out and get aggressive, because the more time that goes by, the more map controllers you will gain. Then you cannot go up a staircase or flank anymore. And you surely will be choked out on the bomb side. If Smoke was alive plus Goyo canisters, maybe you can play for the clock. But with Mr. B getting shut down early in the round, the only thing you have is 2 C4s and the Goyo canisters against 5 members. And now the main breach is open too.
That's exactly why Beast Coast needs to scamper backwards. Deeper into wine.
I mean, they're playing so close. They have nowhere to play, really.
No, and they're about to get run over. This round very heavily favoring OXG at the moment. One wall being opened up. That's the wine wall. Their attention looking elsewhere. They're going to lose the back of wine as well, leading towards garage. That's not where you want to be. Doc doing his best to outduel as many players as possible, but he's gone as Newers takes him out. Now it's Vertical's turn to die. Hyper in a 1v5. This is a situation that Beast Coast hasn't found themselves in just yet. Diffuser goes down successfully. Nitro Cell hucked out by Hyper. He's barricaded off inside of blue. Not physically, but mentally at this point, as OXG gets a flawless round to keep themselves from the L column.
I do think more could have been done there, to be honest, from Beast Coast. I mean, they had Keeper barrels in pocket, they had a bandit available. He might not have had any batteries left in his pocket, but could have picked one up, trying to go for bandit to deny something on the map. Doesn't go for it. OXG, they were kind of sluggy with their breaches, didn't really check all the corners with the bandits, etc. They just kind of said, EMP the wall, thermite breach it. A trick could have definitely have gone through. Still got so much more to fight through, though. 3 to 6, and I mean, Beast Coast can go to all the bomb sites soon. As they keep losing, or as they start losing these rounds, bomb sites will open up, favoring their advantage of playing dynamically. That's what they'll do, going kitchen. Monster being brought again to the table from Hyper. He will single-handedly bring Moss into top 20. Maybe that's his personal mission. He's like, we'll win this game, and Moss will be top 20. Most played operators on defense. Because of me.
The man can dream. So can dream.
I was gonna see.
Dream is dream.
And sometimes the man is dream.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Blowing up the composition on OXG side of things, they've tossed Yana's roll around, handing it off to Sweater. OXG bringing operators that we've seen before. Ace.
Oh, again?
Oh, no. Okay. Well, there goes Newers to a spawn peak.
Oh.
Over by Campfire.
That's Dokkaebi. That's honestly probably the worst operator to lose if you're OXG.
So, the good news is that the Dokkaebi wasn't being relied upon to bring secondary EMPs.
True.
The Dokkaebi had flashbangs. So, imagine if this was a garage take or whatever and you needed those EMPs, you'd be doomed at that point.
Yeah, that'll be bad.
But you lost the logic bomb, and Newers has been showing up pretty well so far in this matchup.
I mean, he just got a triple in the previous round. And I would say it's between Sledge and Dokkaebi that'll be like the worst people to lose because Sledge is the vert plus half your grenades, Dokkaebi's that roam clear gadget, but also Newish is your entry player. So now things will get significantly more difficult for the initial entry points of the map. Oh, there's no way he just fully max first and just goes for it.
Down goes the smoke of Mr. B. So both teams now suffering what could be mortal blows.
Oh.
Doc, excuse me?
Nasty.
What a pivot on Yaga. Beast Coast now in a 4v2 with well over half the round to go. Oh dear lord. Fox A and Dream will have their work cut out for them now. Trying to stave off defeat. They lose, they go into that lower bracket run.
You can't hide.
There's some good teams down there.
Yeah.
Need to be worried about what they find, what they face. Is that your sound effect for the Argus camp?
It's like a nice thump, you know? Like a
Okay.
very deep pitch for a laser beam.
Setting up a sequential breach.
They're using this time to their advantage, but you got to think at this point for OXG, all they're doing is just, instead of using a teaspoon to bail out the rowboat, they're using a slightly bigger spoon. A tablespoon.
A tablespoon.
Yeah, you're not going to sink as fast, but...
You're still sinking, yeah. At least they got the breach successfully, but at plant, there's no shot. I mean, Foxy and Dream, 2 versus 4.
If they can get an early pick and put it into a 2v3 and Fox goes for the cover,
yeah,
and Beast Coast doesn't respond getting back to the bomb site fast enough, this is absolutely doable, but no longer now that Fox A is dead. Dream with diffuser in hand, he dies. Mr. B is excited, and Mr. Beast Coast goes farther in the upper bracket.
Yeah. And I'm very happy for them. I mean, I think they're a team that deserves it the way they play.